Welcome to the show where the extraordinary is ordinary, and the bizarre is just another day at the office. Today we're diving into the world of real-life circus oddities that have captivated audiences around the globe. So grab your peanuts, hold onto your hats, and get ready to meet the people who made different downright legendary. First up, let's rewind to a time when a single body daring to defy the laws of nature was enough to send shivers down your spine. Our inaugural act, the elusive, the mystifying, the double-domed, two-headed Mexican. This act was all about illusion, smoke, and mirrors, baby. A carefully crafted dummy seamlessly attached created the illusion of a single body sharing space with two very distinct heads. Imagine the gasps, the whispers, the outright fainting spells as this marvel of ingenuity took the stage. People craned their necks, desperate for a glimpse of the impossible. Some were awestruck, convinced they'd witnessed a medical marvel. Others, let's just say they weren't buying it for a second. Next up, we're shining a spotlight on a family that proved great things really do come in small packages. Let's hear it for the Doll family. Now, this wasn't your average run-of-the-mill family band. The Doll family you see lived with dwarfism. But what they lacked in stature, they more than made up for in personality, charm, and sheer stage presence. They sang, they danced, they charmed the pants off audiences everywhere. Literally, probably, if those pants were loose enough. On stage, they were a whirlwind of synchronized movements and comedic timing. They taught the world that family is everything, and that sometimes the greatest strength comes in the smallest packages. Hold on to your top hats, ladies and gents, because our next guest is a legend who needs no introduction. But I'm gonna give him one anyway. Put your hands together for the one and only, the incomparable, Tom Thumb. Born Charles Sherwood Stratton, this little guy wasn't just a circus performer, he was a global phenomenon. Standing at a whopping 3 feet 4 inches tall, Tom Thumb took the world by storm with his sharp wit, impressive singing voice, and larger-than-life personality. He was living proof that dynamite comes in small packages, and that sometimes the biggest personalities are found in the smallest bodies. He didn't just embrace his differences, he owned them, turning them into a superpower. Get ready for a double dose of talent and a double dose of intrigue, because up next, we're diving into the fascinating lives of Daisy and Violet, the conjoined Hilton sisters. These talented twins took the world by storm with their singing, dancing, and uncanny ability to play the saxophone simultaneously, might I add. Joined at the hip from birth, the Hilton sisters navigated a world fascinated by their condition while simultaneously grappling with the challenges that came with it. They endured exploitation, fought for their independence, and challenged the very notion of what it meant to be normal in a world obsessed with labels. The Hilton sisters were more than just a spectacle. They were pioneers, trailblazers, and ultimately symbols of resilience in the face of adversity. Hold on to your hearts, folks, because our next story is one that proves love and family can conquer even the most extraordinary challenges. Let me introduce you to Betty Lou Williams, the lobster claw lady with a heart of gold. Born with a rare condition affecting her hands and feet, Betty Lou could have easily retreated from the world. But did she? Not a chance. Instead, she embraced her unique physique and used it to challenge perceptions and inspire millions. She taught the world that beauty comes in all shapes and sizes, and that true strength lies in embracing your individuality, claws and all. Fasten your seatbelts and get ready for a wild ride, because up next we're stepping into the untamed world of the wild Men of Borneo. Their act was a carefully crafted spectacle designed to tap into our primal fascination with the unknown. They'd bend iron bars, lift enormous weights, and growl menacingly at anyone who dared to approach. But behind the gruff exteriors and the carefully sculpted stage personas were two brothers, Hiram and Barney Davis, who were experts at playing up their wild side for the amusement of paying customers. They sure knew how to put on a good show, and, in the world of the circus, that's all that really matters. Our next story is a testament to the unyielding spirit of the human will. Let's hear it for the half-lady, a woman who defied the odds and proved that limitations are nothing but stepping stones. These incredible women, often performers with dwarfism, would use elaborate costumes and clever positioning to create the illusion of being bisected at the waist. They'd dance, they'd sing, they'd even perform acrobatic feats, all while challenging the very notion of what a body should be capable of. Their story is a powerful reminder that we are only limited by the boundaries we set for ourselves. Get ready for a tale that's equal parts fascinating and heartbreaking as we delve into the life of Priscilla the monkey girl. Born with a rare condition known as hypertrichosis, Priscilla's body was covered in soft, silky hair, giving her a distinctly primate-like appearance. She was paraded across the country, gawked at, whispered about, and treated more like a curiosity than a human being. Her story is a stark reminder that empathy and understanding should always come before judgment, and that beneath the surface we're all more alike than we are different. Prepare to have your minds blown, folks, because our next guest is a walking, talking medical marvel, the one, the only, human unicorn. This was the story of individuals who, due to a rare condition called cutaneous horn, developed a single prominent horn protruding from their foreheads. The human unicorn became a symbol of the strange and wonderful diversity of the human body. A reminder that sometimes, truth really is stranger than fiction. Hold on to your funny bones, folks, because our next story is a poignant reminder that beneath it all, we're all just a bunch of skeletons trying to find our way in the world. Let me introduce you to the human skeleton, a performer whose skeletal appearance captivated and unnerved audiences in equal measure. These were individuals often living with a condition known as extreme thinness, who used their bodies to challenge societal beauty standards and embrace the macabre. But beyond the initial shock, there was a strange beauty to their performances, a haunting grace that transcended the physical. These individuals, often ostracized and misunderstood, found solace and acceptance in the world of the circus, reminding us that true beauty lies not in our outward appearance, but in the strength of our spirits. Get ready to wince, cringe, and maybe even cover your eyes, because up next, we're talking about a performer whose act was not for the faint of heart, the human pincushion. These daredevils took pain tolerance to a whole new level, willingly subjecting themselves to needles, spikes, and other sharp objects, all for the entertainment of a paying audience. Was it an illusion, a superhuman ability to withstand pain, or maybe, just maybe, a testament to the power of mind over matter? Hold on to your monocles, everyone, because our next guest is a walking, talking testament to the fact that sometimes life throws you an extra limb, literally. Let's hear it for the three-legged man. Now, before you start picturing some kind of human tripod, let me explain. These individuals, often born with a rare condition known as tripedalism, had an extra leg, sometimes fully formed, sometimes more rudimentary, but instead of shying away, these individuals embraced their unique anatomy, turning it into a source of income and, dare I say, pride. The three-legged man was a walking, talking reminder that what makes us different also makes us extraordinary. Get ready to have your minds boggled, ladies and gents, because up next we're talking about a performer whose acts seem to defy the very laws of nature, the Human Blockhead. These masters of cranial capacity could hammer nails into their nostrils, shove swords up their noses, and generally make you question everything you thought you knew about the human skull. But the Human Blockhead had a secret weapon, the anatomy of the human nasal cavity. So, while it might have looked like pure magic, the Human Blockhead was really a master of anatomy and showmanship. Our final act tonight is a tribute to grace, strength, and the power of defying expectations. Let's hear it for the living Venus de Milo, women who took inspiration from one of history's most iconic statues and made it their own. Born without arms, these women could have easily succumbed to the limitations placed upon them by society. But did they? Not a chance. Instead, they embraced their bodies, their differences, and their unique beauty. Her story is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, a reminder that our bodies are capable of extraordinary things even when society tells us otherwise. And that, my friends, brings us to the end of our journey into the world of circus oddities. We've laughed, we've cringed, we've maybe even learned a thing or two about the boundless creativity of the human spirit. These incredible individuals remind us that the human spirit knows no bounds. They challenged norms, shattered expectations, and redefined what it meant to be different in a world that often struggled to understand. So the next time you encounter someone who doesn't quite fit the mold, remember the lessons of the circus. Until next time, stay curious.